Aquarius, welcome. Be proud of what you've built. Be proud of where you are in your life. Be proud. Have pride in yourself. Take that space, those moments throughout your day to celebrate yourself and where you have come. Congratulations. My name is Crow, and welcome to your first 2 weeks of June 2024 reading, or whenever it is that you're tuning into this. Just taking a moment to call in the divine for this reading. Thank you. A renewed sense of self is here. It's interesting that we just started off with this reading of talking about pride and having a sense of keep going, keep building, keep doing what you're doing. It's being responded to. The universe is responding. It's working. When you have a project in mind or a deadline that's ahead, you can do it. All right. So some things to look out for, energetically speaking, is like you're not done yet. Like, we're never ever done. So thinking that you're done and that you've hit this plateau in your life is just a way to dig an early grave. To be quite frank, if you're done with all of your work here, like, why even, like, you can move on to the next realm. So Aquarius, it's like not getting stuck on inaction, a passive way to do things. Sometimes you're just flooded with information, and if you don't implement any of that information, if you don't implement 1% of that in your day, then why did you go to all these courses or all these trainings, or why? So this is meant to be a provocative reading. This is my way. My name is Crow. I say, my name is Crow. It's not Dove. So sometimes I'm just like, and it's effective. Take it or leave it, Aquarius. So the energy of the antelope is in reverse. So this is inaction, inertia. Spending way too much time in bed and on the television. Like, I don't know where it is in the world that you find yourself, but get up, get outside, do some more work. And this isn't to say that you shouldn't be proud or any of those things that I said earlier are untrue. There's enough room for all of it here. So it feels like for some of you in the collective of Aquarius, you could be misguided, because I have the eagle in reverse, which means like some channels that you've been tuning into, whether they be channels on YouTube or whatever. I'm just saying channels. It feels energy channels. It feels like you've been led astray almost. And there's something in you that doesn't believe these things to be true. Then getting back on track for some of you Aquarius is out there, or maybe it's just like not a totality statement. Maybe it's just an area of your life that you've been looking for advice on, specific, like relationship advice. And yeah, absolutely, for some of you it's like relationship advice, and you've been getting relationship advice from someone who has no context or bearing in where your life is going. So you always want to seek the most high counsel when it comes to matters that you really care about. And the first 2 weeks of June, like, you can easily change your perspective. Turn it can be easy. You can just turn that perspective, change that perspective, because you've already had a hunch or suspicion that there's just something off about the situation. It can be hard to find even a good therapist these days. They're not infallible. Everyone is human, and it doesn't even mean like it has any bearing on who they are or as a person. It's just like, it's not right for me, so I'm not going to ingest that. This is not the message that I need. And once you begin to understand and sort that out for yourself, Aquarius, it's like, wow, I can be an eagle and soar above my life. All that it takes is one moment, like just right now. Close your eyes. If you close your eyes and just imagine that you're an eagle soaring above your life, how small certain things, how small certain situations become when you could see the vastness, wholeness of things that you didn't even see going on in the background. Acknowledging those things in your life, it just already changes your perspective. It can bring reinvigoration to your heart so that you do act and you do move and get out of inertia. So we also have messages. So we have the hawk, which is upright. We have the antelope upside down, and we also have the eagle in reverse. So it's like the messages that you've been telling yourself can be tweaked and shifted and changed so that you're not, you're not just rebelling against your life for no real reason, just to do it. It's like you don't have to cause the drama. Isn't life's drama enough? We don't need to go seeking it out. Sometimes our unhealed aspect of ourselves just seeks that out. So listening and tuning into, you're getting messages that you need to pay attention to. And when it's good intel is because you have an intuition. And once you begin to develop that, meaning trust it and cultivate it and change some things according to those messages and those intuitions and insights, then you begin to really develop it. All right. It's like some of you have just gotten the wrong intel, and I don't want, the universe doesn't want you to give up on those things. Like in the beginning of the reading, it's like, keep going. You should be proud of where you are. And also you can pivot by some of the things you've been feeding yourself or the messages that you've been getting from not reputable sources, y'all. I mean, there's so many different things out here. So let's see what else we got here. Sorry. Sometimes I get a little itchy during these readings. So it's like, especially when we're talking about this stuff here. Loyalty, what's going to shift your ability is like that energy that's present or maybe present in your life is loyalty. Being loyal to who you are. I know who I am at the center and the core of my being is an affirmation. I know who I am at the center and core of my being. Affirmation. I know who I am at the center and the core of my being. Affirmation. Affirm yourself. Acknowledge yourself. I know that I am good. Okay? You know what that statement could do? After years and years of just like whatever it is that you've gone through in life, the mental field, I know that I am good. And that holds weight. When you acknowledge, when you affirm, you make those things firm in your life. This is why we do affirmations. So for some of you, your connection to the divine is coming through strong. I'm going like this because I'm reading I have pulled a rhinoceros card. So the rhinoceros is about an extrasensory ability that really has to do with your third eye, not these eyes, because rhinoceroses have such small eyes, they don't really have such good eyesight. But what they do have is a whole other slew of informative senses that probably science can't even tell. It's like I'm seeing there's this sense of they can read the ground from their hooves, and it's like a direct connection to their heart. So let that be a metaphor for you. Like the more that you are grounded in your own life and what you know to be true for yourself, the more that you have a connection with the divine and that you can see beyond this illusionary field into what's actually true for you and what is actually possible for you, so that you can continue going on your project, on your book, on your creative endeavors, in your relationship, in your relationships, in your connection to your children or your childlike self. For some of you, that's coming through strong. In your relationships to your mother, your father, right? Like It's your relationships, and there's so many different ways that you can live life. All right, okay. They're like, stop on that. So I'm listening. Yeah, it's like there's not so much known about rhinoceroses at night. And then they had I watched this new documentary. It's like, actually they're really sweet beings, and they're thought to be solitary animals, but they gather at night. So this speaks to me in a sense of your dreams. So what's happening during those feminine times? So before the sun comes up, right? That's a feminine time, a great time for you to get some things done with little distractions and connect to yourself and your spirit. And then at night is another feminine time when the sun goes down, right? And it's quiet. It's quiet, peace and quiet. Some of you need some peace and quiet. The racket that's going on around you. It's okay. You can take some time out. You can create that space if you don't have the funds right now. The world is abundant. You're allowed to do that. Set your alarm a little bit earlier. Tweak some things so you can create that space. Ask for some assistance and guidance.